Good evening, everyone. I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to Four Cards and Friends. Now, as I'm looking at the screen, I realize my glasses are extremely dirty. I have little Indian bud licks on them. Well, so tonight I'm going to show you 6 different ways that you can use the detailed hearts die. And I was playing with it, started yesterday and then played with it a little bit today. And you know, one die can do a lot of things. Who knew? So I'm excited to show you those different ways, and I'm excited to hear how you have used this die if you have tried it. Always looking for new ideas and new techniques, right? We all are. So if you have used this die or if you have this die, feel free to share and let us know. Otherwise, when you pop on, say hello, tell me where you're from, tell me how your week has been going. What's your weather like? Ours is kind of in the deep freeze. We are cold here in Alberta, but I think it's moving westward, so to my Manitoba folk, yikes, sorry. Yeah, it's winter, right? We can't, what do we do? What do you do? Just stay indoors and craft. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's perfect crafting weather. Hello, Roz. Welcome. Nice to see you. How was your day today, Roz? Mine was kind of busy. I had to get, as a lot of you know, I'm going to this best weight program, and so all these orientation sessions and introduction sessions and getting, you know, your weight and your height and seeing how you today I had to do, you know, a 6-minute walk as fast as I could to see how many laps I guess I did around this certain area. And so then they'll reevaluate in 3 months kind of thing to see if there's any improvement. So getting all these appointments in, oh my goodness, with a nutritionist and the exercise person and the behavior change specialist. Lots to get done, that's for sure. So that's what I was busy doing this afternoon, and but I am so glad to be crafting here tonight in my happy place. Exercise is not my happy place. Hello there, Kathy. Welcome. How was your day today? I finally get to relax. It's quite nice. Okay, so before we get rolling, I just want to mention about some upcoming classes. Of course, I forgot to write them down. First off, though, I do know that this Friday is the last chance to sign up for the Painted Poppies online card class. And so I know you want to get into that because, well, for one, the paper is absolutely stunning, and it is a gorgeous, gorgeous set. So I have one Canadian still. Come on, Canadians. Lisa's outdoing me by bundles here of Americans. So if you are a demonstrator, don't worry about that. You can always just purchase the card kits for $20. And that way you can order all your own supplies, and you're just getting the card kits for me. Or if you work with another demonstrator, of course, just get the card kits and work with your demonstrator to order your stamps that match and whatnot. So I know it's going to be a lot of fun. So don't miss out. Friday is the last day to register for that. So Roz says, I saw 2 families this morning and then did some shopping. Put away my latest Stampin' Up! Order that arrived. Isn't it like such a great feeling when the Stampin' Up! Order arrives? It's like Christmas all over again, right? Oh, I love it. Kathy had to go grocery shopping today. Oh, not your favorite, hey? Yeah, it's not my favorite, but it beats exercise. I suppose it kind of is exercise, isn't it? Yeah. What did you do today, Jen, for exercise? Exercise? Yeah. I went shopping. I wonder if that would fly. Probably not. Hello, Lois. How are you doing? Are you bundled up and warm, I hope? It's coming your way. I'm sorry. Donna, a good snowy evening to you. Yes, it's not even snowy. It's that it's like frozen. Let it go. Okay, I'll let it go. Michelle, hello, welcome. I'm a demo and love to participate because so many awesome ideas, right? Thank you, Roz. Yes. So even if you're a hobby demo or you're, you know, doing the class thing and doing all sorts of trying to get orders and whatnot, like Ross says, it's a great way to kind of get some ideas and, you know, use these ideas for your classes or use these ideas for, I don't know, to springboard off into other ideas. That's exactly what we hope will happen. So, hello, Sonia. Nice to see you. You probably have nicer weather than us. Hi, Sue. Thanks for sharing you and Sonia. That's awesome. I hope that, you know, it'll get shared to some of your friends that maybe love crafting as much as you do. Or even if they don't love crafting, maybe it'll, you know, weasel its way into their heart like it has us. Weather not bad in Montreal today. Awesome. That's good. Yeah, I don't think the cold is going to hit you anywhere near like it is, you know, over here, right? Hello, my friend Lori. How are you today? You had a class, I think. Was it last night? No, I think it was Monday night. I'm anxious to see how that went. And look, I love how you all chit chat and you know each other. That's awesome. So yes, if you're looking for friends, this is a great little place to connect with like-minded ladies that are just, I don't know, Stampin' ladies are just kind ladies, I found. So, all right, so there's that. The Painted Poppy class registration is this Friday. Just a info. All my team members get to join the class for free. They can either choose to use those ideas or springboard off, you know, use that in their classes or what have you. So that's kind of a perk of getting to be one of our team members, that you get to watch the videos. You can also they can also purchase the kits and create along with us, but yes, they get to sneak in those sessions, exclusive videos, right? Hello, Jennifer, and thank you for sharing. Thanks so much. But this part of Washington State is not used to this much snow. Oh, and there are hills. It's not up to Snowmageddon It's not up to Snowmageddon last February. That's good. Yeah. I suppose you all are not really used to the snow, and it does kind of make it frustrating, I bet, because you're not used to it, the roads and whatnot. So, oh, Monday night and tomorrow night. Oh, awesome. Oh, I so wish I was there, Lori, to get to play with you guys. It's so much fun being part of a class, and, you know, just getting to sit and play. So, anyways. All right, so there's that. And then, of course, there is the honeybee card class in Canmore. That registration, goodness, I forget. I will have to write these things out. And also, I'm going to be doing a Valentine card class in Canmore on January 30th. And then there is the Valentine Retreat in a Box, which I have yet. I need to get more information out. I've just been so busy. My list is growing longer and longer. But yes, I have to get more info out on that. But you will not want to miss that cool retreat in a box. It's got so many projects that you get to do. It comes with pillow gifts. You get celebration rewards, and yeah, pretty fun. So if you are stuck in the cold and you can't go anywhere, you can't, you know, make it off to you know, Florida or something, somewhere nice and warm and toasty, just, you know, go in your house, put your heater on by your feet, and craft away for the day on our little Valentine retreat in a box. That's what I say anyways. Hello, Donna. Guess what, Donna? I received your card today. Thank you so much. That was so much fun. I loved it. I did get a little note that from Canada Post, that it had been opened, and they received it kind of opened and kind of tattered looking, the envelope. But I could still tell the envelope was really beautiful. So thank you so much. Speaking of that, I'm going to come on live Friday morning. I have got to get this done. It's been on my list too, to showcase all your amazing cards that I got for Christmas and have since received. So I'm excited to show off all these neat cards that I received, and there's lots of amazing ideas that you guys have come up with, and I of course want to show those off. So I'm an orphan, so love to play with other demos. Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I'm not an orphan, but my upline is not really supportive at all. That's all I'll say about that. So yeah, isn't it nice to kind of get together with people who are kind of active in it and excited about it. So I totally agree with you, Roz. Hello, Martine. Nice to see you. Hope your day was well. I know where that is. Had a good friend in. Okay. Oh, chit chat. Yes, chit chat amongst yourself. Okay. Enough chat for me. And let's get on to our cards tonight. So let me switch the screen here. Tonight, let's take this off. We are going to use this, the Detailed Hearts die. Now I bought this because I thought it would be so cute for Valentine's Day, and it is. But of course, once you get playing with it, you're like, oh, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this. So I have come up with 6 different ways that we can use this embossing folder. So I hope that some of these ideas are new. If they're not, just a reminder that, get out these projects. So our first way to use this die is to actually just cut it out. Here's a card I made. Cut it out. So I used Whisper White paper and glued it onto the card base. And of course the cool part is that, hi Nancy. Here, I'll turn it over here. The cool part is all of these, or most, I should say, most of these little hearts come out, and you end up with all this fun confetti, heart confetti. See that? All different shapes, all different sizes. The happy mail made it so lovely. Ah, nice. Yes, cold. You're cold too, hey Nancy. Ugh. So that's a fun part of this as well. So what I decided to do was, here, I'll show you an example here. So when you cut out this die, it kind of, like I say, it has open spots and it has closed spots. So what I decided to do was just to glue it down. Now, as you'll see, I actually trimmed some of it off. So I trimmed a bit of it off. Easy to do. And then I decided to fill in the gaps, or most of them, with those little hearts that popped out from the blue one that I did. So, little note, I was doing this for a long time. I had my multi-purpose liquid glue. I know, hooray, hooray. Yeah, thank you, thank you. And I was going on my heart like this with my glue, until I finally thought, my hands are so stuck to these, like it's just gummy and gooey. So then I decided, you know what? Put the glue onto the paper and stick the heart to it. Things you learn as you go along, right? So that made it much more easy and less gummy to work that way. So just a hint for you. So there is an example of, I thought I kind of wanted a masculine kind of version, you know, heartsy dartsy. Not everybody wants that, right? But let's make it kind of masculine as we can. From My Heart to Yours, that stamp was from the Heartfelt Bundle, which we will be using in the upcoming Valentine Retreat in Box. So there we go, From My Heart to Yours. And of course on the inside I stamped this, and this is actually in the annual catalog, this stamp set called Meant to Be, and that was kind of last year's great idea with the glue. Yeah. Live and learn. This was last year's kind of Valentine set that came out, so it was nice to have it carry over and be able to use some of these things. So here's my Happy Valentine's Day in a heart, and here's how, see how I had From My Heart to Yours, that was my thought anyway. Switched up the color just for that. And then of course on here I stamped, and then I just wanted one random red one. And so You Make Me Happy, that comes from that same Meant to Be stamp set. And there we are. So that was the first example. So just, using it straight as is onto a card base, filling in those little holes if you choose. If not, it looks pretty cool otherwise. Okay, so there's that. Next, I am going to show you a neat watercolor background. So here's the card I made. So there again, I just glued it down as is. I didn't fill in any of the hearts this time. I just wanted that watercolor background to kind of peek through and, add some pizzazz and some color. Hello, Sandy. Pretty font. Yeah, there's some neat fonts there for sure. So this again was that Pacific Point, the blue, and I added Gorgeous Grape and Bermuda Bay. Just thought that would look fun, and I used the watercolor paper just to make sure it didn't warp too bad. But and then So Lucky to Have a Friend Like You is from the Heartfelt Bundle, and so I used that. And of course, same with that punch. Remember, the bundle is where a stamp set comes with either a die set or punches, and so this set actually comes with 2 punches, which is pretty amazing. So I used those 2 punches to kind of make the focal point for that saying. And then once again on the inside, Happy Valentine's Day, and then I just stamped those hearts in the colors that I used. And here's the little envelope, just stamped randomly those little hearts in all 3 of those colors. And then You Make Me Happy again. Okay, so that is a watercolor background. Now, of course, I'm going to try it again, and I'm going to use some different colors this time, just to show off some other colors. This time I'm going to use Blushing Bride, Real Red, and Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so I have got my card base here, which is going to be in Flirty Flamingo. So if you're wondering what this measure is, take an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, cut it in half. So that is at 5.5 by 8.5, and then just fold it in half like a book. Next, I ran that die through the Big Shot or the die cutting machine and kind of punched all that out. I will show you later on some tricks to help get all those things out. I've debated about getting this die. You might have might win you over, hey? Love the watercolor background. Yeah, it's kind, I never used the watercolor background, and I thought, oh, let's use this. So happy to see non-traditional colors. Oh, good. But this one's gonna be a little more traditional. So I cut out this ahead of time just because we'll move along a little quicker. And here's my watercolor piece of paper, and it is measuring at 4 by 5.25. And something that I like to use when I'm doing watercolor, a watercolor technique, is I like to get out my spritzer, which I see is my, hang on. Oh, this one has the white shimmer paint in it, and this one I see does not have much in it. No worries. We'll work with it. Hi, Janice. Hope you had a good day. Welcome to our crafting time here. So I'm gonna try squirting some on here. If it's not gonna happen, yep, we're good. I think we'll have enough to go. So I'm just squirting some on there. I'm also gonna get out my aqua painter. Now I'm just gonna make sure, yes, the color came out from my last card because I had kind of blue colors. So I'm just gonna make kind of a puddle where I want the water to kind of stay. Anywhere you don't have water, it's not gonna go roaming. The color's not gonna roam. Of course, squeeze those ink pads, flip them, and then this is what you're gonna dip your aqua painter into. Don't dip it into the actual pad because it'll dilute it or just make it a little funny and not work quite right. Okay, so here are 3 colors. All right, I'm excited. I'm gonna go in with the lightest color first, which is the Blushing Bride. Add a little bit, you can't see, I'm sorry. Oh, my Lanta, there's lots of Winka Stella in this. So come in and just drop some color. Just kind of randomly all over. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with, what colors am I using again? Real Red and Flirty. Let's go in with the Flirty. Now this watercolor papers are already bubbling, so gotta work a little faster. And then I'm going in with the Real Red, which I'm assuming is going to kind of take over. Okay. And that is that. And then I just want to, I'll just get myself a baby wipe or something here. Wipe that off so it's ready for the next go around. I really wish it had, let me squeeze this again, this Blushing Bride color. Hello, Elizabeth, nice to see you. Let's add some more. It's gonna add some shimmer to it, I know. Whoa. Okay, that's good. Okay, let me close up these ink pads before danger happens. All right. Oh yeah, let's see. Okay. Ah! Okay. I'm dripping. So let's just go in. You can actually just touch the sides. It'll soak up some of that excess water, because no sense making your heat tool kind of evaporate all that excess water. Just get rid of it to begin with. Also, it makes kind of these water marks if you it's super wet, more wet than I guess the surrounding area. So, which is kind of a neat feature, but not considered. Okay, good enough. I think we're good. Now I'm just going to get out my heat tool and heat it up. Oh, you can see the shimmer. Hi, Brittany. Hello, Lisa. Oh, your arthritis. Yikes. That is no fun. I think we're golden. I don't know if you can catch this, but there is some beautiful shimmer from whatever the wink of Stella that was in the Blushing Bride. Wow, it's beautiful. I like it. I like it. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to end up gluing this over top. Pretty, pretty. White would also look really good. It would probably make the colors stand out just a tad more. I'm getting out the silicone craft mat because, of course, glue is going to be everywhere. How cold is it in Canmore? Oh, minus 52 with the wind chill. Oh, sheesh. It was minus, was it 45 this morning with the wind chill? Ooh. Did you have to go to work today, Amy? Tell us all about your first day at your new job. Oh, sheesh. How did it go? Did you like it? What was a highlight? Here we go. Now the last time I did this, I actually put it in an old cup, and then this time I thought, nah, I'm just gonna put the glue right onto the sponge. And you know, it actually worked all right. So I've just got a little sponge here, put the liquid glue onto it, and I'm sponging it onto the back because we need glue on here, and to try and, sheesh, to try to get glue on most of these pieces would be a nightmare. There. Okay. Move that over, and let's attach these cute little hearts. Making sure it stays on my paper. A little squish, squish, squish. Kind of fun, hey? Oh, what do we got here? The blue card and the saying, maybe without the heart behind it, would make a cute Blue Monday thinking of you card. Absolutely. Yes. Or I think I saw one online that says something about I'm blue without you or something. I thought it was kind of cute, but I don't have that stamp. So do not use that die around me. It was one of the three things I didn't buy from the mini catalog. I was trying to show restraint. Well, you did it. You did it. Yes, I worked today. My first day went well. My boss said I did a good job as I got my quota for the day. Awesome. It was cold enough in Brandon that I broke the news to Naggy Dog that we aren't walking tonight. Oh, I know, right? I watch videos with what I didn't think I need to find that I really do need. Yes, every time I'm guilty of doing it to others as well. Turnabout is fair play, I guess. How gorgeous is this already, right? I work at Olsen, ladies' clothing store. Okay, fun. Okay, so here is our little piece. Now before we go and kind of put it onto the card base, I want to get all my stamping and whatnot done first. And I was thinking I punched out one of those hearts because as part of the bundle you get 2 hearts, one of which is the scallop. Has the scalloped edge and is just a tiny bit bigger than the heart punch. So I punched one of those ahead of time with the Flirty Flamingo, and now I'm just going to stamp Happy Valentine's Day in, I think we'll go with real red. And then we'll punch it out with the heart punch, just the plain one. Let's go this way. Happy Valentine's Day! And here is the punch. Love punches because they're just so quick and fast. That's what I like. Okay. Now let's let's get out my dimensionals here. And put a couple on the back of that white heart. Oh, I am absolutely loving that shimmer. Oh, it just pokes through. It's so beautiful. Okay, let's put this on top of here, like so. And then I'm going to attach that onto there. Let's just use my liquid glue so we can go quicker. And it'll also get in the grooves between those little hearts. Okay, here's my little happy Valentine's Day. You know what you could also do? Because I see lots of the red, right? So I have some hearts that I punched out from before. How about, let's add some. Here's a large one. So there again, see how I'm putting the glue onto the paper, not onto the heart. Learned my lesson. Oh, that one doesn't quite fit, but that's okay. It's a little smaller than what it should have been. I think this might make it a little more pizzazzy. But it's super easy to fit these little pieces in. Okay, and for these ones that have the large, or they haven't been cut out, those ones I did put glue on the heart. But look at, you can change that up too. Let's just add a little heart on top of there. I think we need one more over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course. That's why it's not an odd number. There. What do you think? I think that's enough. Okay. Now, to glue this watercolor paper, you could use the liquid glue, but what I'm going to use is the tear and tape, because that way, once I press it down, it's going to be stuck, which is great. How's the baby girl's tongue after sticking it to the door? Oh, she's fine. It was actually her second time doing that in 2 days. This time it got her a little more so than the first time, that's for sure. It was just a little piece off her tongue, and even now I can't really see anything, so it's healed up really well. But what a stinker. I know I had to, tell my students, don't do that, but your dogs, I've never had to think about that. Inquisitive little puppy, that one. She's our $1 million dog, I think. That one, we should have got pet insurance. Our next big event with her, we'll have to get her a little parts fixed up. So she'll be 8 months on the 22nd. So it's about time. Poor thing. Maybe that'll slow her down a little. Oh, she is a busybody. We actually went and bought one of those, it's like a play toy, and where you stick treats in certain areas and they have to move little parts around in order to get, to the treat area. And man, she was smart. She used it right away. We didn't even really have to tell her how to do it. She figured it out, and she loves to just go and play with that thing, and so that kind of keeps her busy for a couple of minutes. Bud, we try and get him to play with it too, and he just kind of looks at it. Like, what am I doing with this? Just giving me a treat. And then he walks away. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm really liking this. See how it, even though that watercolor paper might be a little bumpy and kind of ragged, that tear and tape does the trick by, keeping it down nice. So there we go. Probably put a few little rhinestones, and away you go. So for this one, for the insert, Happy Valentine's Day, and I just thought, oh, you make me happy. I think that's kind of a neat little saying. So let me get my snail back out here. Let's add that to the insert here. Do you think of any other color combinations that would be kind of nice with this, the dye? Kind of in the watercolor background. What would you use if you had the chance to use the colors? And here's my envelope. Happy Valentine's Day, and the flap, just with some hearts. So there we go. How simple was that, right? Not that difficult. So I'm curious, as always, which do you prefer? The pink or the blue? So let me know your vote. Pink or blue? While I get some things cleaned up here. I don't need this anymore. Thanks, Michelle. I'm gonna need this one. Pink or blue version? Blue, pink. Both. Blue. Oh, gotta read faster. Blue, pink, blue, blue. Blue for me, pink. Blue definitely is less traditional, isn't it? And could be just for friendship, for whenever, right? Or pink's more Valentine's-y, I suppose. Can't decide, eh? I like the purple blue. Pink. All right. Yeah, they're kind of just different, aren't they? Can't decide. All right, no worries. So there we go. There's our one option, to color up the background and lay that over top. Okay, our next option is to actually color the hearts. So let me show you how I did that. On this one, I actually inked up the paper with my daubers, colored the paper with my daubers, and then cut it out with the dies. And isn't that pretty? I actually got out the purple posy today because I have the cardstock. Yes, even though the purple posy ink is no longer, that's okay, because really, if you look at it, the Highland Heather it goes quite nicely with it. So even though you don't have that exact color, there are other colors that will go so nicely with it. So isn't that kind of fun? A neat idea. So there we go. And then for the inside, I just said, okay, sent with love, and that was from Itty Bitty Greetings. And then sent with love from my heart to yours. Isn't that cute? And then of course for the envelope, I used that little arrow and those little hearts on the front. So there we go. Let me show you how to kind of do this again. And this time, I'm going to use some kind of different colors. We'll see how it turns out. I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to work. Melon Mambo, Rich Razzleberry, and Rococo Rose. And my Rococo Rose dauber was eaten by Indy herself. Yes. Found it under the couch, all chewed up. So I had to get out a new one. So for this one, I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry as my card base. And then I have a piece of Whisper White. Just move that over. And I'm going to color this up with the daubers. Okay, so I'm going to start with a lighter color, I think. Rococo Rose. So once again, I'm getting out a brand new dauber. Got your order today. Love the paper pumpkin cardstock. Paper pumpkin cardstock? This is a nice technique for the card. I like the variation of colors. Awesome. Hello, Lynn. I missed you there. Hope Lisa likes them both, eh? All right. And Jackie, hello. I didn't get to say hello to you too. The classic label and the tailored tag look nice together. Yeah, I hadn't tried that before, but you know, it kind of worked out nicely. So there we go. New ideas. Okay, here we go. Just color up. Of course, it's not that particular because of course you're just going to see tiny bits of the colors. So just add a bit here, there, and everywhere. Get it all colored up, and that is good to go. Okay, let's go with Melon Mambo next because I think that's going to be our bright color. Purple Posy, yes. And of course, go over top of some of the color that you already put. The Rococo Rose is definitely more, has a grayer tone than the Melon Mambo. But I think that will make it kind of, Melon Mambo is more of a warm color than a cool color. So it'll kind of balance itself out. Okay, and then let's go in with Rich Razzleberry. I don't know, let's see. Just kind of, okay, what are some pinks that I haven't used yet? And so these were them. Let's see how it goes. This is definitely more gray too. It's actually decent with that Rococo Rose. The Melon Mambo is a little different, but there again, like I say, it's just going to be kind of little bits, so it's not going to really matter. Okay, so there we're done. Random blah, 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 all over. Stopping in for a minute. Hello, Kathy. I'm not going to bother asking how your day is, but you can share with us if you like. We're thinking of you, Kathy. You have had a lot on your plate. So take a little rest if you need here, and kind of a little escape, and we're here for you. The daubers are so fun to use. I need to get them out more often. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, that's one of my favorite tools are the daubers for sure. Okay, here's the big shot. And here's my plate, cracked in half. I'm just waiting for the new one to come. But thankfully, it still fits most things, so it all works. It's all good. So here I go, just placing this over top. And I just push it, give it a good push, and away we go. Run this through. Sorry about the shaking. I find this die really cuts nicely, but to prevent from having to, let me throw out this garbage here, to prevent from having to pick out all of those little hearts, let's save some time. And what you can do is take your pick tool, has this little adapter end with this roller brush. So I am going to, over top of my little garbage can here, I'm going to kind of roll it, and the little hearts will pop out. Oh, I can see they're already they're pretty. Wow. So this just makes it a whole lot more time consuming, or less time consuming, pardon me, than picking each little heart out with maybe like a pen or the other end for the take your pick tool. It would just take a long time. Okay. Now I had wondered, what's happening here? I had wondered if this would by itself look any good. I suppose it could. I don't know. It's not very. I suppose it could. Maybe from far away it looks better than right here. Actually, it's not too bad. So even that over top of, say, yeah, bokeh-ish, right? I'm seeing a face in your clothing. What? You are? I don't know what that means. Actually, he's done a crazy 180. Get out! He opened his eyes this afternoon. Still not out of the woods yet, for sure. That is awesome, Kathy. Wow. Oh, that is exciting. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Awesome. Great news. But yes, all those little bits, right? Oh, you'll take it. Okay, so now that I can kind of flip it over and see where exactly those little bits are left, and poke it with my little brush. They're jumping out here. Oh, they're so cute. And two more over here. Those little guys sometimes don't want to cooperate so well. There we go. Okay, and now I've got my spatula end. I like to just kind of shimmy it underneath rather than just going in and pulling it. Just because I'm terrified because they're just so small and delicate. You don't want to rip them off. Stuck here, so I'll just kind of shimmy that spatula end under there. A little tug. And there we go. Ah, isn't it neat? I love how how many different fun colors they are. Yeah, the negative, this isn't a garbage, that is a confetti containment device. Yes, yes, it does say garbage, but as I have had all my colors in different piles here, and so I definitely am going to use them, and I will show you how I do that later. But yes, this is all going to be one, it's a collector. Yes, I'm going to put it over here in another little pile. But oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, so for this one, the card base is Rich Razzleberry. Then I have a little card base, a layer of Whisper White with a thing on it. So let's flip it over. And I believe this was at 3 3¾ by 5½, if I remember correctly. And so I'm just going to glue that on. Get it onto our card base. So I'm just lining it up right with the left-hand side, just so that there's this little strip of rich razzleberry kind of poking through, kind of as a little tease, I suppose. Okay, then we're going to glue that onto there. So I'm going to get out this craft mat. Now that one's side sticky, so let's go with this one. Flip it over. Get out my little sponge. Found that I use a lot less glue, putting the glue right onto the sponge, because when I had it in the container, it was kind of drying in the container and I wasn't getting a whole lot of the glue out. I think that's good. I feel sticky. If you cut out a window sheet, it could make a cool mask. Yes. I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, how can you make, or even kind of like an overlay? I think it would be kind of cool too. I didn't have time to kind of play around with that one. Okay, now I'm moving a little bit to the left, too much to the left. Let's get it back onto the card here. I need a rolling pin. there we go. Aren't those hard? I just think they're neat. There's so many different fun colors. Isn't that fun? I like it. Last night I thought I was losing him, so prayers are being answered. Absolutely. That is so exciting. Prayers coming as long as you need. Absolutely. Yes. That's wild. Yeah, I didn't expect to get good news from you this morning. And so I hadn't heard anything. So we can only hope, and that's great. That's exciting. Okay, here's Rococo Rose, and I use that tailored tag punch. And then I'm going to get my little piece of Melon Mambo and stamp that same saying, I think. Scent with love. Oh, let's take off the black. No sense. Sheesh, no sense leaving that on there. Okay. Scent with love. I think I'm going to use Rich Razzleberry because it's kind of the darkest color. And I'll just put it in the center. That way I have lots of room to use that classic label punch. And punch that out. And of course I've got this arrow, and I want to stamp and cut that out now. I should have a piece of scrap paper. Yes, I do. I think I'm going to use the Rich Razzleberry again, just to tie everything in. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. Thanks for sharing, Julie. Hello, by the way. All right, so there's my little arrow. And this does not come with any dies. This is the set that comes with the 2 punches. So I'm actually just going to cut it out, but it's super simple to cut. It's basically some straight lines. To pointy. Good. Those out of the way into that garbage, the collection container. All right, I'm going to just use my liquid glue here again, just because I know it's going to get in those little crevices of those little hearts and stick down probably better than, say, it was with snail. All right, let's stick that a little past that line just so it doesn't look like it was meant to be there. And here's my little arrow. Use some liquid glue here too, just because it has to get on there, on that straight little fine piece. And I'm just going to place it through this like so. And let's pop up our scent with love. Let's get out the dimensionals. Here's my mini ones. Thank you, Lynn. Lynn, do you have this die set? Whoops. Give me some hearts if you've played with this die set already, or you have it. So here's that classic label punch over top of that tailored tag punch. Different color combo, but it's not bad. I didn't know how it would, I wasn't sure. Okay, and here's my insert that I pre-did, so we didn't have to wait a long time. So there we go from the Heartfelt bundle, the stamps from that. Let's get some snail. Oh, this is my 4th snail I did in today. After you have classes, I find you have lots of almost done snail tapes. So I want to get those used up so that when I start a new class, I have nice, fresh, ready to roll snail tapes. So there we go. From my heart. So sent with love from my heart to yours. And here is the envelope to match. Cute, hey? I'll have to watch the replay. No worries at all. Not yet, but I have wanted it. Did you notice her dimensionals? LOL. What dimension? Yeah. Did I tell you I have obsessive compulsive personality disorder? No lie. Yeah, I need everything in. Funny. You're funny. Sheesh. You like my hair up? Oh, thank you. I hate hair on my face. I can't stand it. So I'm kind of excited that it's a little long enough to like pull it back again. But then I know I'm going to pull it back all the time. So, good and bad. All right, we'll go with purple or pink. Purple or pink, which one do you prefer? I have the DSP. I'm on the fence about the punches and dies. So pretty, but like Lisa, I'm trying to restrain myself. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Very nice. I like hair tied back too. Thank you. Oh my goodness. That's what Jill does with her dimensionals. Thanks, Sue. So, purple or pink? Which version do you like better? So this one had Purple Posy, Highland Heather, and Blushing Bride. So, yeah, didn't know about that combo either. Pink, 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 both purple. Hard to decide, but she's going with pink. Love both colors, pink. See, I'm kind of for the purple. Interesting. Wow. There you go. Oh, Lois is with me. Way to go, Lois. Way to make a girl feel better. All right, so there's an idea on how to change that up. Now, how about, I didn't try this, but I was thinking about it. What if you were to use Designer Series paper and cut out the dies with it? You know that, I'm not a fan of this paper, I will be honest. This, the free paper you can get, Lily Impressions Designer Series paper. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan. I loved the other painted flowers that we had earlier. I forget what they're called now. But this one is a little out there for me. And so I was almost thinking, could you just, use the die on this? And you would get multiple colors, but you wouldn't see this kind of bizarre pattern. Might be a way to use it up, right? Possibly. Even on this side with the different variations of color, that would look kind of cool, I think, if you use the heart dies on that. Giving me ideas. But yeah, I had thought about that as another option. You take dimensionals off the same way I do. I tried haphazard, but I couldn't take it. And I had to straighten the lines, right? Okay, so there we go. There's that kind of way. Let me get this out of the way. And then, okay, next, the option was to kind of cut pieces of the hearts, because of course you get, all these little heart bits, but why not cut some of these things apart and just use them as kind of almost like sprigs You know how you put your sentiment and then you have little sprigs coming out. But why not you do that with the hearts? I don't know. To me, it would just would kind of make sense. Cut it up. Don't use it as is. It would be nice in small doses, so doing the dye on it would work. Yes, exactly. I am it either. Just too depressing. I'm going to try and make something though. I've actually been using, I remember we did the lace dye. I actually did that on that paper to try and kind of tone it down a little bit, and it did help for sure. That dye is very interesting. Oh, good. The colors are stronger, but on cards, I liked it. Worked nicely with the Power of Hope stamp set. Ah, hadn't thought about that. Okay, so here's that idea. Anyways, just cut up the pieces and try it that way. A happy Valentine's Day. Okay, and then another way is to make a shaker card with all of those. You should see all the little heart pieces all over my table, my little collections of colors here and there. So use those, don't just, huck them. You gotta use them. So here's my little shaker card that I made with some of the white and the reds. And there again, see how I did this? I kind of just used it as kind of a sprig. I just used part of a piece and to fill up the area. Happy Valentine's Day. Here's my envelope. Okay, so we are going to make a shaker card for those people that aren't really sure about how shaker cards are made. So here's my card base, which is Flirty Flamingo. Then I have a layer of Whisper White, which is 4 by 5.25. And then I have another layer, which is 3.5 by 4 3/4. And I'm using Real Red. I've got a little piece here. I believe it was 1 1/4 by 3 3.5. I've got myself a little window sheet. And I do have a little piece that I had cut out earlier from my red. Okay, you're going to need yourself some foam adhesive strips. They work really good. Okay, now here's the trick, because I was, working away on this card. I'm like, I made shaker cards before. I can do this. It's all good. And then I'm wondering, what shape am I going to use? And then I thought, oh, a punch. Do you see the problem with the punch? So you can either have your shaker card down here or upside down. Not gonna work so well. So what I thought, okay, I gotta be able to figure this out. What am I gonna do? So I decided to cut this red layer. I don't remember where I cut it exactly, but let's go at 3. Just cut it in half. And that way we can put the punch in exactly where we want it at the top. Doesn't that work good? Voila. Okay, and this piece will end up, see how I had, see how I put this little layer of DSP over top of kind of where that cut would have been, so nobody's ever gonna know. Okay, so here's that layer. Our first step for this shaker card is to punch out your shape or whatever you want the space to be where it kind of peeks through. And then you're going to get out your either snail tape. I don't know if you can use liquid glue for this. And I'm just going around the outsides of that heart. On the back, by the way. Back of the heart. So I've just kind of inked up all the way around there, and I'm going to place my window sheet like so over top. And just give it a good rub. Make sure it's nice and stuck, and then cut off whatever you don't need. like so. Well, aren't you Miss Smarty Pants? I have my moments few and far between, I must say. Okay, so there's that layer. Now we are going to go over top of this with our foam adhesive strips. So, because we kind of have to make a little area where those little hearts stay in. And so the best way is to use these foam adhesive strips. And now you ask, well, why can't I just use my dimensionals? You can. However, these foam adhesive strips are actually a little bit taller, and it allows for your items to kind of shake around a little more than, say, with dimensionals. Now, if you don't have these, you could use double up your dimensionals, that's all. But it does take a lot longer because dimensionals are small. Whoop, come back here. So this foam tape, you're just going to kind of bend and twist where you kind of want it. Now when you get to the end, you kind of want to cut it off. Okay, a stick. Just be mindful that you don't want it to be inside the open area, otherwise you're going to see it, right? So just kind of leave a little space before where the window is, if that makes sense. Like so. Okay, I'm just going to keep this little extra piece because we're going to use it. Okay, so now we're going to just take a piece of whatever you want the background color to be. I'm going to use white. Let me get out. Have a scrap big enough. Yep, I do. So then you're going to take off the back of the tape. Oh, I need to put stuff in it. Whoa, whoa. Okay, what colors do I want? I want Flirty Flamingo. So I'm just going to pick up my Flirty Flamingo bits. And I do have some white and red still left that I think will look kind of cute. Especially the red, it'll be nice and bright. Let's use those up. Let's fill it up. I'm just going to kind of spread them out a little. You don't want them on the sides because otherwise stick to the side and never move. So here we go. I'm going to take off the backing. You were all yelling at me, right? Don't forget the shaker things. I must have heard you. Okay, and there again, I'm going to just place my piece of scrap or whatever color you want in the background, and then let's cut around. I should probably be pink. Oh, what did I get here? Oh, sheesh. Oh, well. There's ways to fix it. Hello, Barbara. Nice to see you. Well, yes, I read that. Aren't you Miss Smarty Pants? Okay, so just cut around it. Now remember that foam adhesive strip. Just kind of fill in some of those gaps there. So yes, you won't be able to mix dimensionals and foam strips together, like I say, because of the height difference. Boop. And let's, whoops, over here. Good enough. Okay, so here's my little hearts. See how, I don't know what this is. I obviously had glue or something here. But you know how I fix things, right? So I'm going to get out my Stampin' Blend, and I'm going to get the watercolor end. You can use the embossing buddy on the inside edges so the hearts won't stick. Yes, you can do that. Yes. Okay, so there's this little, I don't know if you can see, some oil mark or something. I don't know. So, okay, let's make it look like it was meant to be there. Gorgeous. So I'm just, oh, those dots are kind of seeping into the paper, not staying there. Oh, I don't want them on my window sheet. Okay, that wasn't too bright. Let me get my baby wipe before it is dry. Nope, it's dry. Oh, and I made a mess. It'll come off with my spit. Who's gonna get this card with my spit on it? Oh well, it'll be fine. We'll figure it out. You can use it. Yes, you did. Yes, I read that. Okay. So let's just continue. But yes, I'm shocked at how it's kind of eaten, the paper is kind of eaten up the color there. Probably because it's the same color, I suppose. Okay, let's start assembling. So I'm going to put down my Whisper White layer onto the card base, like so. See, I find I get all these little glue bits when I use my multi-purpose glue. Okay, and then next we're going to put this layer down. So I'm going to take off, well, let's get some snail on here, on this part first, and then we'll take off the backing of these sticky strips. They're not sticky strips, they're foam adhesive strips. That's what I wanted to say. And let's place it kind of where I think it would go. Like so. Then, see, we want this to kind of match up. So let's get out these foam strips again. I want them kind of be the same height. Okay. And just match that up. Remember, you're not going to see that seam because we're putting over top that, give that to Kevin. Yeah, he won't notice. And there we go, we'll put that over top. Okay. All right, next, see, I've got a little piece of this from another project, and did I punch out? Yes, I did. So I do have one of the smaller stitched nested labeled dies already cut out with the die cutting machine, and I wanted to use this. Roses are red, violets are blue, and then I'll show you what comes on the inside. Let's see, my real red. Should I do flirty? No, real red. I've got glue all over the place. Roses are red, violets are blue. Totally crooked, and it's, you know, see-through. You could heart punch out the middle of one of the heart doilies. Yes, I did think of that, Sandy. But then the problem was that it's not really the same shape. But yes, and I tried to, unless you guys have a better thought process than I had, maybe I was tired. I thought, okay, I'll just make the scalloped edge for around the outside, but I couldn't get it even all the way around. It was like, because you can't see exactly where you're punching, so I had hoped to try that. So then I went to the doily. I thought, that'd be kind of neat if you have the doily kind of edging around, but where is this? look how this, like it's not quite right, it's not the right shape. See what I mean? It's kind of, I don't know why they didn't make it the same shape. They usually think of all these kinds of things. But it would be kind of odd, I think. I spit on this. This is red, violets, or blue. I spit on this Valentine just for you. Sheesh. I'm not gonna live that down, am I? Oh my word. Okay, let me try this again. Trying to get it. I should get this. It's photopolymer. I can see through. Okay, good. We did it. Now I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals, which are right here. Which side did I like? Oh, yeah. And then I'm just going to, I think white would have looked nicer here, but that's all I've got. So I'm just going to put the snail on those kind of full hearts and a little bit of bits everywhere else. So I'm just going to, like so. And then this will go over top. It looks like blood splattered there. I am not loving this one. Sorry. I wonder if I'm gonna think about it. Worst comes to worst, you can always, you know, cover it. Beautiful. DNA sample. It's a boo. Oh well. Yeah, spit on, looks like blood. Great. Happy Valentine's Day. Roses are red, violets are blue, and then for the inside, I decided to put the other half. Being friends is better than eating candy. But let's do that too. Look at you removing dimensionals like a rebel. I know I did. I noticed that. But you know I'm going to have to go back to those two that I missed, right? Or it's going to drive me nuts. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I'm gonna fix this. I may just lift it up and put a new piece of window sheet. That's all. No, because then we'll have to think about this. We'll save it. I'll save it. Add gemstones like all over. Like it's like everywhere. Looks like a crime scene right there. I loved you to death. But yes, rhinestones, I think if we added a few rhinestones, it would make it look cute. And then, so lucky to have a friend like you. And there's my little heart there. But there we go. Okay, so there are those examples. First example, much better than second. And then my last example, I'm just going to show you, what time are we at? Yeah, we're after an hour. I'll just show you what I did and you can kind of give this a try. But I took a piece of Whisper white paper. See it? What I did, I took a piece of Whisper white paper, laid this down, and then I took my daubers and went right over top of all of those hearts. So for this one I used Poppy Parade, Mango Melody, and Daffodil Delight. And then of course just had that nice little stamp there. Punch that out, and then just the heart there. So that's how I made that. Wasn't sure. I also wasn't sure. Didn't have time to try this, but what if you had it on the back side? I wonder if more of the inside of the hearts would show. I don't know. Or if I'm just being silly and thinking that more of the inside would show if it was upside down. Not sure. But another idea, right? You need to say so licky, licky to have a friend like you. I said should suggest that to Stampin' Up. Put it in the product sandbox. Oh brother. Yep. You know it's a bust when you know get silly. All right. There's my from my heart to yours. That's funny. All right. Add other colors into the splatter. That's true. That's true. Should I do it right now? What color though? I guess flirty. I do have the flirty flamingo. Where's the scrap? I don't want to get it on this white. I don't really want to get it on that white either. Make a little mask here. We can try this. Okay. Good thought. No. You know what I think is going to happen? I think this is going to look cute right like this. Like so. Would the ink eraser work? Now that I've really splattered it to death. It could be. Oh, now I'm getting it on there. Oh my word, it's going from bad to worse. I will check that. I will think about that. I'm so excited to get, yes, I'm excited for you to get your package too. The color remover. Oh, like the white one. Oh, I never used this one. Hang on. Oh, what's on here? Oh, let's not add that color. Oh, you guys are brilliant. Look it. Oh, you guys. You're a lifesaver. Well, look at that, folks. The color lifter lifts color. You're going to bed, yes. Thank you. Use your snips to cut the middle out, yeah? But look at, this is working. Oh, you guys are brilliant. I'm just gonna have to keep working away at it because it's just smearing the pink right now, but it'll eventually lift it all. Oh, love it. Oh my word. Okay, I will continue this later. Don't you love that sound? Okay. Anyways, I'm going to work on that, and you will see pictures of these items on my blog tomorrow. So as does it remove spit too? We're going to say yes. On my newsletter following the Wednesday night live, I have where all the featured products that I use today are on for 10% off. So then I thought, well, you know, some people don't get my newsletter, and so I'm going to offer it to anyone that is on here tonight. So if you are Canadian, here is one of the feature sets. Next. This one. This one. So the detailed hearts die on page 12 in the mini catalog. If you purchase that, I'm going to give you 10% off this item. Tonight I also used the Heartfelt, go. Heartfelt bundle, which is in the mini catalog on page 10. So if you order that up, you will get 10% off. The Meant to Be stamp set I used tonight, so that's on page 76 in the annual catalog. Definitely need your Take Your Pick tool. Let's take this one off. So if you don't have the Take Your Pick tool, you can't really use this next one, which is the roller brush attachment. That's the wrong page. There we go. So you need the Take Your Pick tool in order to use that one. So that'll be 10% off. The watercolor paper, which is on page 169, pardon me, in the annual catalog. The window sheets, also on page 169 in the annual catalog. I'll sleep better. Right? I would have stressed over that all day. All right, and those foam adhesive strips on page 183 in the annual catalog will also give you 10% off. So if any of those items go into your cart and you are Canadian, be expecting 10% off. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. A little out of the norm today, I must say, but please share it with your friends in hopes that some of them enjoy this crafting hobby as much as we do, or learn to love it, or find some new techniques that they think, oh goodness, we can try this. Also, if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, that would be helpful. That's the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. Or follow me on Pinterest, which is also the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. So all these cards will be on Pinterest tomorrow. Or feel free to write a review on my Facebook page, just telling me what color spit lifter. I'm never gonna live this down. Write a review. You know, she's a little odd. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that option to help out my little business. So of course, all these products that we use today are available for purchase. And of course, it's the best time of the year to buy because it's celebration. So what that means is every time you purchase $60 worth of items, you get to pick some stuff for free. You also get to, wrong side, pick a number in my advent box there, which has a prize in it, and you'll be invited to the celebration later on in April to see what you have won, which will be exciting. So you want to get your orders in, that's for sure. And of course, if you live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator and you would love a catalog, contact me. I would love to send you out one for sure. If you would like any information on upcoming classes, I do classes online and classes in person. I'd love for you to join us and just contact us, me, or Lisa, and we will get you directed in the right location. So Americans, Lisa and I work well together. She's my American friend that does stamping, and so we kind of coordinate classes together and whatnot. So there's that. So thanks for watching today. It was my pleasure crafting with you, spitting on the card with you. See how I'm like totally at home with you. It's like your mother, right? Fix your hair. It's okay. It's okay. So anyways, I hope to see you all again. First off, I'm going to be here on Friday morning. It's going to be a little impromptu event. It's going to be kind of a card showcase. I'm going to show off all the amazing cards that I got during Christmas time and since then. So if you have sent a card, be on the lookout for your card, and you'll want to, you know, check it out. Check it out for ideas. And then if I don't see you on Friday, I will see you Monday morning at 10 a.m. where we will do kind of a technique or a layout idea that you can use with all the products that you have already at your house. All right, ladies, you have been a slice. Thank you so much for joining me tonight in my silliness, and I will see you again. Have a great day. Bye.